So I try one more times. That is the configuration what I have with the Tesla battery. That is coming from a Tesla Model 3, 82 kilowatts. The battery is coming from a car what it was damaged after 1500 kilometer. And yeah, it's quite almost brand new. What I was trying to do, or still trying to do, it's to connect that battery to to power all my house and get also electricity to my electric car. So I have a 6 kilowatts solar panel, put them on my roof. What is going to the Fronius symo hybrid, what allow you to connect PV solar panel and the battery. The only things what it is, this Fronius, they don't allow you to connect only OEM battery. There's 3 brands: LG, Byte, and Fronius. And it's quite expensive battery. I don't know, you can get about 9 or 10 kilowatts hour to about 12,000 euro. So yeah, I get, maybe with that price I get 10 times more, and it's high quality. I don't think we can get better cells than that what I have it here. I think it's the cells what they have it, it's a new cells what they use it in the Model 3. It's 21 or 2474 or something like that it's called. It's a 400 volt battery, and like maybe you know, the Fronius allow you to use very high current and high voltage. I think it's going all the way up to 800 volts, that model what I have it. So it will be no problem to connect that battery to the Fronius inverter, or I don't know, maybe another inverter what accept high voltage power. So what I have done, it's I do a little bit old school connection here. I get the plus and the minus from the battery. If you know, but I don't know it before, because I don't find any information how to do that things. The only things I find, it was a guy in Canada and one in USA, what they don't sell separately, the BMS or the controller or the charger or whatever it's called, to control to put them that in the solar panel. The only things what I find, it's they sell a controller what it's cost about $2,000. It was too much. Of course, it was looking very nice, and the square box plastic one with the green lights and red lights and blah blah blah. But $2,500, I don't want to give it. So I do it something, I don't know, by myself. And it's, I don't know, quite easy. The only things you need to do is to check out the Pyroluse. It's not burn. It's happened sometimes to old model Tesla battery. When they crash, the airbag is going off, so the Pyroluse, it's used to burn out. That's the Pyroluse. What I have seen, many people, they use a normal fuse and they change it, because that one is quite expensive one. It's 200 euro about. And they have a contactor, one there, what you can see, they have 2 pins. One it's a CAN boost and one it's the power, I think. The yellow one, it's CAN boost. These things I need to find out. If somebody know information about that, so can write it down. The contactor is switch off the energy, so you don't actually have the energy over there or back to the engine contactor. So that thinks it's a relay, and it's working together with the computer of the car. So when the car is turned off, that relay helps to turn off the electricity from the battery through the engine or the another stuff what they use, the energy in the car. So I have 2 of this, and what I have done, I just put them before that contactor, because if you do after, you don't get power. So if I measure from before contactor through the first Pyrolus, it's 2 cells, 2 big cells. All the battery have 4 big cells. One, what I think is called 23S and 25S, 2 of them and 2 of them. And when I measure one, it was show me 188 volts, and the other one 188 volts. It was about 388 volts. The battery was not full charge, but it was also almost about 80%, I think is what I calculated. So the things what I have done, plus, minus, and plus, through the how it's called, to the fuse, and after that from the fuse I going and cheat a little bit inverter, and I put them parallel with the solar panel. So the solar panel, what I have it's 39.4 volts, and I make 2 strings and serial, and after that connected parallel here. So that's mean the solar panel cannot give me more than about 394 volts in total. So I cannot overcharge the battery, because the battery, we know it's 400 volts maximum. And I put them in parallel with the battery. So that things make the inverter to think it's have sun 24/7. The inverter also have the possibility to connect the battery and with plus and minus, but I don't think can talk each other. So that is the bad things. And another things it is, I put them a shunt. You can see over there, shunts. What she allow me to measure the power what is going in and out from the battery. Now you can see it's charging. And the shunt, it's a cheap one. What I find it in Amazon, 50, I think 60 euro. You can find a cheap on AliExpress, but you need to wait. And the shunts, that type of shunts, you can connect it. It's a minus from the battery. In my case, minus from the battery with the solar panel. And plus what is reading from the battery also, and the power, what you power the shunt on. What I use to power the shunt it's old transformator from an old router, internet router. The another things what you can make that shunts allow me to see the voltage what there is in the battery, and they have a temperature, and he also show you how much did you charge and discharge. That things it's not show you so precisely, because it show you the charging and discharging together, and you cannot separate it a little bit, only if you press that delete or clear button. And you can see here they have a different type of things in this menu. Low voltage, I put them at 321. Like we know this battery Tesla Model 3, when it's discharged, it's about 32. So it's 320 volts. And the over voltage power, what it is, I put into the 400. In my case, cannot reach that 400 volts. And this is only working with a relay. What you can put them here, it's 4 pins. One is plus from the battery, the other one is power from the transformator. What is power the shunts? The shunts need to be powered. That model, what's 400 volts and 300 ampere, need to be powered. Not another one, is different model what you can find it in the market. And they have 1 pin extra to relay. Actually, I need 2 relay. What I was studying a little bit and thinking, one to turn off the power from the solar panel, and one to turn on the power when it's reaching 320, so the lower voltage, so the battery don't get discharged, because overcharge cannot happen because I have no power to overcharge it. Like I told you, my maximum power from the solar panel is 394 volts. So I'm working to connect that relay, what is over there. I need to figure out, because I don't find any information, the watts, the power, and all that things. I think it's 12 volts. I'm not sure. I need to take this off and make it to be like they can. I can give them power, but they have also a CAN bus, so these things can maybe, I don't know, make some strange stuff when I put them on and off and don't allow them to open. I'm not sure yet, but I need to figure out. So that's, I want to use it to turn on and off the battery, so don't discharge and overcharge. Yeah, I'm still working. What you see here, it's not from a professional guy, so if you think it's the wrong stuff to do, don't do it. I'm not electrician. I'm just a home mader. What I like to put and things together. Sometimes it's get with happy ending, sometimes not, like everybody maybe. So I do it just because I have also looked to a couple of people what they teach and show what they have done, and maybe I get good idea from them, and I don't know, maybe somebody get good or maybe bad idea from me. So of course there will be people what they said, oh, you don't use the right cable, you don't use the right fuse, you make a lot of shit, and blah blah blah. I suppose I get all the precaution at most what I can do. So yeah, I'm still working on that project, so it's not finished yet. But now I power the house 100%. So I use, I don't know, 25 kilowatts a day to my house, and I charge also I have a Tesla Model I. What I charge it from this battery. It's actually for the house it is enough, but to charge also the battery to the car, maybe not. I'm not living in a sunny region. I'm living all the way to Denmark. Here we don't have so much solar energy, so what I plan to do is I buy already 20 panel more, what it's 445 Jinko watt. So the plan it is to put them 10 panel of this just to power the battery. So I think I get enough juice, because this one don't arrive more than the power what is put them on the battery. It's get maximum 12 ampere, and I think 3 kilowatts hour, 3.5. I think it was the maximum what I get it. So it's a low current voltage charging. This is not bad things. Not bad things if you can wait and use the energy, but if you need it, you need a little bit more. And that low voltage and current, it's helped the battery to don't be destroyed, and so it can keep like that always. The only things what is need is you need to take care about that value, to don't go below that point and don't reach more than that. In my case, like I told you, more they cannot reach. And in the end, what I want to do is to find the possibility, and I think what I dig it up on the online, it is somebody said you can trick that inverter to think it is an OEM battery, that Powerwell what I made it. So because this one he have two connection, one from the solar panel and one to the battery. Like I told you, only OEM battery, Bud, Fronius and LG, what they can communicate it with it. So I'm thinking plus and minus to that battery from this one can work but cannot communicate it. So I need to figure out how to do it, so to don't use the solar panel to charge that battery. So to use the inverter, because when you use solar panel, you, even if they produce 3.5 kilowatt, let's say, in my case, sometimes, you cannot charge with 3.5 kilowatts. So you have some lose. You have about 800, 900 watts losing of it. Because of the cable and all that connection, I think it is. And I think the BMS inside and the controller and balancer is still working. It's working, I suppose. And it's suck also a little bit of power. So that's all, and I hope you get some idea, like I told you. And one thing's more, like you see here, I used the old pipe connection to the cooling system, and it was already coming with a battery. So the things what I have done, I plugged down over there. I use how it's called, pipe, old pipe. What was coming to the cooling system. I put them an on-off valve. Up to the top, it is four pipe. What is going? Sorry, going to the cooling system of the car. So I put them some on-off valve also over there, and I fill it up with the cooling agent from a normal car engine cooling. So yeah, and it's not reaching more than, I think it was the maximum. It was 90 degrees, so now it's 15 degrees. So I don't think it will be a problem with overheatings. Have a nice one.